up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, Matt Malone. Thank you also very much for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday. Happy freaking Saturday. Also, small reminder, tomorrow, Sunday, there will be a live stream, 8 p.m. CT, 2 p.m. EST, so no matter where in the world you are, check out the time. You will find me here on YouTube and on Twitch with all of you beautiful people that are joining in. I would be so happy to be ranking up with all of you just a little bit. So, also, we're almost already there. Our road to 1.7k, I think we can do it. Before the 6 months will be done, maybe even until the end of the week, who knows? It's just a little step to go, and with your help, we might be getting there, so smash that subscribe button. But enough yammering, let's get into the Rakdos hammering. And yes, Rakdos, because there's no new freaking name for this color combination like Brutal Garden or something like that, what it would be called. So, here we are. This is my new version of the Rakdos, and it is still so freaking tasty. So freaking tasty. There's 3 new cards in here that make this deck even better. Even freaking better. So, let's get over the old cards real quick. We have 4 Mire Tritons to fill our graveyard to get our Kroxa down real quick. We have the Valki to get some creatures out of their hand. In the late game, we have a Tybalt. Very freaking sweet. Then we have the 4 Kroxas. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, an opponent discards a card. If it's a land card, he loses 3 life. If it's a no card, he also loses 3 life. So he has to discard something that is a non-land card. Otherwise, he loses 3 life. And if he has nothing to discard, he just loses 3 life. Then we have the Shatterskull Smashing to deal some damage. And yeah, to just, you know, have a land extra. Then we have the Egon God of Death. But we will be using the Throne of Death to mill us even more efficiently. We have the Tymaret Calls of Death to mill ourselves, make ourselves some zombos, get some life backs, crying a little bit. And what would a deck with red be without the good old Bonecrusher Giant? Just putting in everything. Then we have the Rankle, because it is just so sweet. With this we can attack in, sacrifice one of our zombies, they have to sacrifice something else. Make him lose a card, we discard our Kroxa or Ox of Agonas, so it doesn't really matter. And if we need to, we can also draw a card. But in most cases, it is fine. Just getting the negative for your opponents. Then we have the Ox of Agonas. It's a 5-cost 4/2. Whenever he enters the battlefield, you discard your hand and you draw 3 cards. If your hand is empty, you just draw 3 cards. Nothing to discard. It is very sweet. And you can exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. Put him back onto the battlefield from your graveyard for 2 mana. As a 5/3, drawing 3 cards, it is very freaking sweet. Same with the Kroxa, exiling 5 cards from the graveyard, it is just so freaking good. But what are the new cards in here? Well, let's get over the babe herself real quick, Professor freaking Onyx. So, whenever you cast a copy of non-snow sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Very cool. With all of our instances, like the Shatterskull Smashing and all the other cards that I will get over real quick. But it is not the most important part. The most important part is a +1, because in the late game maybe you absolutely need to put a Kroxa into your graveyard, and with this you can. You lose 1 life. You look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So, if you put your Kroxa or your Ox of Agonas into your graveyard, it doesn't really matter. Then each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power amongst creatures that player controls for a -3. And for -8, if you can do it, and you emptied all of their hand already with your Kroxa and with your Rankle and with your, with your Valki. There it is, that was I wanted to say. Each opponent discards a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. So if they have no cards in hand, they lose 3 life. And then you repeat this 6 more times. So if they're on 21 life, you just get them out of here. Very freaking sweet. So what are the new cards? A card that is absolutely brutal in here is the Flunk. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is 7, minus the number of cards in that controller's hand. So, if they have the 3/1 with Indestructible, if they have a Doggo out to give a creature Indestructible, if they have whatever with Indestructible, now it is gonzo. No more coming back for you. And as we are discarding with our Valki, with our Kroxa, with our Professor Onyx, well, we're not discarding with a Professor Onyx, but we're discarding with these 2, so it is still pretty good. They might have 4 cards, but it is still -3/-3. That is more than enough to kill those 3-1 with indestructibility or whatever they throw at you. And in the late game it gets even freaking better. If you put down your Kroxa in the late game, they have no more cards left, you give a creature -7, -7. Mwah. So good, so freaking good. And then, my new favorite removal of all freaking time, the Baleful Mastery. And oh my lord, it is so good in a Kroxa deck, because you have your Kroxa out, you use the Baleful Mastery for 2, they draw a card, you attack in with the Kroxa, they just discard the card. Oh yeah, and the Rankle helps you discard, I forgot that part. So, you have one of these 2 out, you use the Baleful Mastery. Let's say they have no more cards left, just a big creature on the field or a planeswalker. You exile it for 2, and you still have 4 mana for your Rankle. Get in there, make them discard their card. It is just so freaking good. So yeah, I really like the Baleful Mastery. And if you pay 4, they don't even draw a card. So what gives? As I said, this is hands down the best card for me in the whole freaking set is the Baleful Mastery. Because for 4, exiling creature or planeswalker is already pretty good, but doing it for 2, just make your opponent draw a card, that's no setback. That is like, okay, do that. I'm glad you draw a card that I can discard later. So, this deck is very freaking fun. We tried to get back in the 1200, we're very freaking close. I think we're on 97 or on 98%, so I think we can do it. But it is very hard to rank these days because even if you win, you don't always get the rank up. So we will see how far we can go with this. And because of the Flunk, the deck is called Forget Everything, because I really like it. And yeah, I assure you, no one fails my course more than once. Whatever that means. Maybe they will die. Maybe they will die. We will find out. So, land-wise, we have 2 Castle Locthwain to get ourselves some drawing. We have 8 beautiful Bob Ross Swamps. We have 8 beautiful Bob Ross Mountains. And 4 Seer Step, Blightstep Pathway. Sadly for Kaldheim, there hasn't been a new art release yet, but as soon as these arts will arrive, I will have them all. I will freaking have them all. So, this is Forget Everything, my new Rakdos deck. I'm MTG Malone, and I will see you all in those discard games. Alrighty, so our mission for today, it's not only to be a honk goose, but also to, you know, get back into the numbers. Can we do it? With this deck, I think we can. It is just so freaking good. Ready? Ready. Cam Dog. Is he a Hollywood dog that just does stuff on camera? I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, we have 3 Kroxas, and Mire Triton, so why not? Let's close this down real quick. So we're getting ourselves a black here, of course. And then we're making him discard. Oh, we're up against a mono red in the first freaking game. Isn't it a freaking beauty? Isn't it a freaking beauty? It is. It is. Just another day in the arena. But we can make him discard everything here. We will see what he does, but we still have the Mire Triton, so nothing to worry too much about. And he got rid of a land. So hey, easy 3 damage. Freaking easy 3 damage. And sooner or later we will find something that will help us here. Professor Onyx a little bit early, but we're making him discard everything. Freaking everything. Come on, get rid of it, whatever it is. I don't want to see it. Another land? Okay. He must have a lot of lands in hand. Must have a lot of lands in hand. So the Faceless Haven, he has the Fireblade Charger, but as I said, until now, not too much is happening. And you know what he won't like? A 3rd freaking Kroxa. And now we even have ways to bring it back. Bring it back. Sing it back. Bring back Kroxa right into your face. Oh, I think he's not too happy about it. I think he's not too happy about it. Okay, here we go. Mire Triton, give me back that life that he stole from me. And now we're on 3 cards in our... Oh, Frostbiting immediately. Okay, that is absolutely fine with me. Oh, that Flunk would have been nice. Flunk would have been nice. But hey, you can't always get what you want, right? So, I mean... There is no way he's able to kill my Kroxa. So I'm totally putting it out, right? I'm totally putting down the Kroxa. I could also go Tymaret Calls Dead first, but I can also do that later. So, hey. I mean, turn 4 Kroxa, turn 5 Kroxa is just pretty freaking good. And whatever's in his hand is not in his hand anymore. So, now he needs the perfect freaking top deck of the century. And we will have, oh, the Hall Monitor, not even that bad, not even that bad. But he can only use it once each turn, so hey. And now we have the Tymaret Calls Dead. We have even the Baleful Mastery if we want to. But I think it's going to be the Tymaret Calls Dead. Alrighty, getting rid of that Bonecrusher Giant. Not even the worst thing that could happen. So, can he kill us here? If he taps this one down, he gets in for 5-6. Let me think here. So, 1 through 3 plus 5 is 8. So, only a Bonecrusher could kill us here, and we're getting in for 9. So, hey, we will see what he has. We are going all in. Maybe he drew a land. Perfection. Freaking perfection. You know what that means? That we have a very good chance of winning this one. Okay. Is he tapping down my creature, though? Is he tapping it down? He's not even doing it. He is not even doing it. Or is he? Or is he? He is. Okay. Well, that is very good. That is very, very good. Alright, so we drew even another Tymaret Calls Dead, which is very, very freaking tasty. Because that means that we can do it all over again. Have enough blockers. Get in there. I mean, he needs to block. He needs to block 1,000,000%. And all he can do here is not too much. Not too much. Because he can only tap down one of these creatures. He would need an Embercleave here to win. And even with an Embercleave, I don't think that he can win. The Robber of the Rich. Even with the Robber of the Rich, he can't win. So the only thing... And he surrenders! Mono Red, get out of here! No rank up. But still, so good. 3 Kroxas for the win. 3 Kroxas for the win. Poor Mono Red. I mean, look at it. He discarded 2 lands. 2 lands. And still, he got all the lands he needed to have his stuff out. So, the opponent's going first. Don't like to see that. I hope he's not playing Mono Red. Okay, perfect, perfect. So, we're risking it for the biscuit. I mean, all we need is 1 more land right now to get the Tymaret ready. Okay, okay. So, he needs to get rid of our Bonecrusher here. Needs to get rid of the Bonecrusher, otherwise I will just get back whatever he's taking. Oh, he can take non-creatures. Only non-creatures. Perfection. Freaking perfection. So we can still chill for a little bit. And we can get our Baleful Mastery back whenever we need it. Whenever we freaking need it. Yeah, look at my hand. Look at him and weep. All we need is land sooner or later. And then we're kind of good. And yeah, some more lands sooner or later afterwards. The Ox is so freaking good. Oh, baby. Yes. Yes, I want that Ox. Alright, we're Kroxaing away. This 1-2 is no big risk. But him having cards, I don't want that. And with the Ox, we can get... Okay, I know what you are, my friend. I know what you are. No need hiding. No need hiding what you are. Okay. So, Kroxa is in our graveyard now. Hopefully we get another red source sooner or later. I would be very happy. The Skyclave, a Shade. I can just exile that. I can just freaking exile that. Oh boy. The Valki is also pretty sweet here. But I think I'm just going to put down the Mire Triton, fill my graveyard a little bit more. Get another Kroxa, and I lost a land. That is not too good. But yeah, it is what it is. So, If he has more Maya Grasps and stuff like that, well, that is kind of fine with me. As I said, we can always just exile this Skyclave Shade, and everything is bueno. Give me a land here. Oh, that was a land. Not the kind of give me a land that I meant. Okay. So I think we can still afford to make him discard a little bit more. And sooner or later we will find a land. And even if not, we still have the Bonecrusher Giant to Bonecrush away the Skyclave Shade, and he would need like a land to get it back. And we can just put it on the battlefield and then just Baleful Mastery away. So everything is still a-okay. Oh, okay. So maybe we're just getting rid of that Luris. Oh, we're getting punished with those lands. We are getting punished with those lands. Don't like to see that. So we're getting rid of the Luris here. And yeah, then we're putting down the Bonecrusher Giant. I mean, it helps us protect ourselves a little bit. He has a lot of lands. He has a lot of lands. Must be annoying to be him. So come on, don't mill me a land. That was a land, but not even a red source, so that is fine. Okay, the Tymaret Calls of Death is what he was most afraid of, so let's get that one on the field. Also helps us cry later, so that is very good. Mire Triton, you're out of here. It helps us cry later, so that is absolutely what I want. So what has he in hand? He has something in instant speed. Something. But we're still blocking the Skyclave Shade here. No need not to. Doesn't do anything. Like to see that. Oh, there was a red source. But here's another red source. That is so good. That is so freaking good. Alright, we have no enchantments in here, so let's get rid of our creatures. Okay, it's time to get in there. Time to freaking get in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. So whatever's in his hand now, it's only one card left. We're in the advantage here. He has a 1/1, so he needs 8 turns to kill us. And we need like 3 turns to kill him. So yeah, everything is freaking bueno. Oh, the Murderous Rider. Yes, yes, but I will just bring that back. And you're now discarding whatever was left in your hand. So that is absolutely fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. So is he putting down the Skyclave Shade? He is. He is. Okay. So we got the Flunk and another Flunk, which I won't be drawing, but hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we're still putting down the Kroxa here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. 4? What? What's happening? And 5. Perfect. So, Kroxa is still on the battlefield. We still have the Flunk, so nothing to worry about too much. We can block the Skyclave Shade here, and we can block the Murderous Rider. And then sooner or later... Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we're getting rid of that. We are getting rid of that. And we still have the Baleful Mastery, so what am I even worried about? What am I even worried about? Nothing, I tell you. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So, we drew another land. Not even too bad. We still have 28 cards left. So, we're Baleful Mastering this sucker. Yes, yes. Get your card. Get your card. Then we're flunking this one here. Getting back our Tymaret Calls of Death. And now we're attacking in. No matter what is in his hand is gone now. It's just a gun now. So, are you blocking here even? You're not. Okay, well that might have been a mistake because I still have so many Kroxases left. So, is he attacking in with He is attacking in with everything. So unless he has a land here, we're kind of very good. We are kind of very good, and all we need is one more land. Oh, he has a land. Okay. Well, this still is only a 5/3, so not too worried right here. Not too freaking worried. Yep, you better play it. You better play it. Or you draw a card and I just discard it later. We will see what you do. But I still have 28 cards left, so I'm kind of okay here. Oh man, this deck is just so freaking tasty. What? Yeah, auto tap. Doesn't really change anything. Does not really change anything. We got the Shatterskull Smashing. That indeed is a land. That indeed is a land. So, 26 cards left. So let's be smart about it. We're putting down the Bonecrusher Giant. And then we're chilling for one turn. If you can kill one creature here, it would be very annoying. So yeah, we better keep up a blocker. But next turn we have a Professor Onyx and we can make him sacrifice whatever we want. So that is good. That is very good. The Murderous Rider number 2. Yeah, good thing that I kept up my blockers here. Good thing I kept them up. So, I hope that he's attacking in with the Skyclave Shade. Would be pretty cute. He is attacking in with the Skyclave Shade. That is pretty cute. Pretty cute indeed. So, what you doing, my friend? I will bring down the Kroxa. And I will, well, do I? I don't have enough black sources. I'm missing one black source to do both. So maybe Professor Onyx is not the best choice right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go. And now we still have 7 cards left. So he would need a kill spell here. He would need a kill spell. He's bringing back his Skyclave Shade. That is also fine. But we can just, you know, do some tricky stuff here. He's drawing a card. I'd like to see that. I hope it wasn't a kill spell. The Hateful Eidolon. Okay. That is also okay. And he's putting down the Skyclave Shade. But is he attacking in? That is the question. He is attacking in. Cheeky. Pretty cheeky. Not gonna lie. So how can we do this? Now we have more stuff. That is very good. So we can use the Tymaret Calls the Dead here. We are on life support right now, so we really need to do this. Getting rid of the Egon. And yeah, I think we're just putting down the Ox of Agonas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the other Ox can go. Well, the other Ox cannot go. The other Ox cannot go. So, we're discarding our hand, sadly, but we're drawing more cards, which is very freaking good. Because now we even have the Baleful Mastery once more. So, can we be cheeky here? I think we're just chilling, waiting what he does. But I think we got him. I think we got him. We have 16 cards left in our graveyard. Oh, he has something to revive all of his stuff, doesn't he? Doesn't he? And he has so much mana, he can do it for 5. That is insane. What a top deck. What a top deck. Yep, here it comes. Agadeem's Awakening. Ready to rock? Are you ready to rock for the Agadeem's Awakening? We will see. We will see. But it really looks like it. I mean, he's looking at his graveyard. He can bring back the Freeboot, Kyle Sate, the Luris, the Nighthawk Scavenger. But we have enough stuff to get rid of everything. Almost. Okay. So. We will see what he does here. We will see what he does here, but I think he wants to be super cheeky here. Yes, he wants to. Okay. Well, in that case, we're getting rid of this one here. And now we really need an answer. Now we really need an answer. He's drawing one more card. That is fine. Kinda. But we're still in it. We are still in it. Nothing to worry too much. But we would have died otherwise. Oh, the Flunk. What a pickup. What a freaking pickup. So we're getting rid of the Mire Triton, making ourselves another, you know, a good creature here. Getting the Kite Sail out of his hand. Putting down the Bonecrusher Giant. Now we are attacking in with the Kroxa. Getting rid of his card, which was very good. Now we're also getting rid of the Luris. Immediately. So even if he finds a kill spell here, we're still a-okay. We still have 11 cards left. And he's blocking with the Murderous Rider. Like to see that. I like to see that. So it's getting very close here. But we're getting some life back next turn. So another Hateful Eidolon. Okay, okay. That is alright. But what is your top deck here? What is your freaking top deck? A land. Okay, kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. What? Okay, okay. Oh, yes, that is good. That is good. That is very, very good. Oh, I can even bring back the Ox. But do I really want that? Well, first off, we're attacking in with the Kroxa. Getting 3 life out of his hand. Seems pretty good. He's blocking with a Hateful Eidolon. That is absolutely okay for me. So we're on 10 land. So I can even do both. I can even do freaking both. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 cards. So we really need to close this one out. Really, really need to. But we can play the Tybalt here, which is very freaking nice. And now we can get rid of this Skyclave Shade, which is a little bit annoying. And we can even play it very soon. So, hey. Everything is very bueno. Okay, drawing a card here. We will see what his top deck is. He can still draw one more card here. And he does. And he does. Okay. And he surrenders! We got him in the super late game. 1 life? Doesn't matter. We win. Honk honk, motherfucker. Honk honk. So, the real reason I kept the land on top here before was so if I would mill myself with the Throne of Death. But then I realized I could play, oh, Gabby Sharon. I don't know who that is, but it's number 202. Okay. With the Yorion, that is, we need to be super quick here. We need to be as quick as possible. Yeah, I keep this hand. I mean, I have the Valki, I have the Kroxa. Everything is a-okay. We found another land. Very good. Very, very good. And we will see here. If he has everything he needs, if he is the perfect Yorion deck once more. Oh, yesterday I was so tilted. I played some Magic very late in the evening and best of 3 for ranking. It's always a little bit better because you can adapt. Oh, he has his own Valki. Are you serious? He has his own Valki. Will he get the Kroxa though? Will he get the Kroxa though? Or is he getting the Valki? Oh, come on. Come on. What a champion. What a freaking champion. So yeah, we can get rid of that Valki very easily. Very freaking easily. Which is a-okay. And we found another land, so yeah. Everything is still kind of bueno. So we pass the turn here. We will see what he does. But he would need a counter spell, and if he uses his Valki here to attack in, he does. Well, 2 damage is fine with me. 2 damage is absolutely fine with me. But I wonder what else he will do. Putting down a blue source. Yeah, we're getting rid of that Valki now. Let's see if he has a counter spell. If he does, there is nothing we could have done anyways. We still have a Shatterskull Smashing that we can use here, if we really want to. He's contemplating about counterspelling it. Or he's contemplating about turning into the Kroxa. But getting cards off his hand is kind of what I want. He's negating it. Okay, okay. That is absolutely cute. We now have another one. We are paying the 3 here. And just Shatterskull Smashing that sucker. I mean, why not? Why the heck not? So, against the Yorion deck, we are a little bit behind, to be honest. But we will see. For now, we could get rid of some of his cards, so that is still a-okay. The Cultivate, alright. But with these 2 Baleful Masteries, I'm feeling kind of okay. All I need to do is to prevent him from taking extra turns. And from getting, you know, the Kraken. The Kraken would be very annoying. Yes, yes. So, we found another land. Pretty freaking sweet. Pretty freaking sweet. So, let's have a look at his hand. I mean, why not? Why not? Okay. So he has the Shadow's Verdict, which is very annoying, but we're still putting down our Kroxa here. And he needs to get rid of something. But he doesn't have anything else. So that is still kind of okay. Kinda. So if he wants the Shadow's Verdict here, be my guest, my friend. Be my guest. Is it really worth it? Is it really freaking worth it? I think he might also just bind the Old Gods. It is a possibility. We don't have enough cards in our graveyard to pull it off yet. But him having the Shadow's Verdict ready to rock is just another example of how, gosh darn, way too consistent these decks are. Way too consistent. So, can we find a land here? We can. So, am I getting rid of these Baleful Masteries? I think I am. I think I am. Yes, he might be using the Binding of the Old Gods here, but we found some good stuff. We found some real good stuff here. So I'm glad I did. And sooner or later, we will just, you know, get rid of all of his stuff, so everything is still a-okay. He's getting the Yorion into his hand. That is cool. I hope we can find one more black source here, or a red source. Whatever it is, it would be good. Very freaking sweet. Very freaking sweet. Okay. So we're getting down to Kroxa. Let us see what he gets out of his hand. So we kind of are still in the advantage here. Because I will make him discard even more. I will make him discard even more. I think the Bonecrusher Giant is not that important in my hand right now. Does he have a Baleful Mastery though? That is the question. He has a Heartless Act. Okay, but the Kroxa will still come back sooner or later, my friend. And we're still getting in there for some tasty damage. So we can bring back the Kroxa now, which is very sweet. Very freaking sweet. I mean, he can bring back his Yorion, which is a little bit sad, but is it really worth it? So we're doing it like this, getting down to Mire Triton. Now how many cards do we have in here? 8. So you know what? Let's get rid of everything but the Kroxa. Draw ourselves some more cards. Being in the card advantage against the Yorion deck feels pretty good. Oh, we need to get rid of the Kroxa, so I don't like that. I really don't like that. These can all go. He has now 2 cards in hand. We're doing a real good job of getting everything out of his hand. And we can bring back the Kroxa sooner or later. So everything is still a-okay. And we can always attack him with the Mire Triton, because if he plays his Yorion here, he can't be playing his whatchamacallit here, the, Bloodchief's Thirst. That is the name. Bloodchief's Thirst. And we still have a Bonecrusher ready to rock. So, everything is still a-okay. Does he have another land? He does have another land. Oh, the mad lad. He found it. He freaking found it. He freaking found it. Insanity. But does he really want to fill up my graveyard? Does he really want to? Oh, he's doing it like this. Interesting, interesting. And getting rid of the... Well, it really didn't matter too much. It did not really matter too much. But we're still shooting in his face. And all we need now is to get whatever to get in our graveyard. Also, I will be just attacking in with my Bonecrusher Giant. If he blocks, I can bring back my Kroxa, so everything is fine. Yes, I will have to get rid of my Ox of Agonas, but that is also very okay to me right now. He has a land. Perfection. We have the Flunk. We have the freaking Flunk. Oh, feels freaking good, man. Feels freaking good. We got this. Number 202. You are freaking out of here. Freaking out of here. Oh, the Flunk is so good in this deck. Good game. Oh, man. Number 202 means nothing to Malone. Means freaking nothing. And nothing to the rank up. No rank up. For beating number 202, come on, game. Come on. Come on. Alrighty, it is going pretty well. We even beat the number 202. Got no rank up. Here's the Revenge of the Yorion deck. Oh, it's a Lurrus deck. Okay, so we're up against rogues. We are up against rogues. Little does he know that we kind of like that. But we have no black here. So this hand would be sweet if we had one black source. Well, there it is. There is our sweet hand. So you can go. You can go. Alright. So. Yep, we're up against a rogue stack. Isn't it peachy? Isn't it sweet? Let's act like we're mono red for now. And let's get the Kroxa into our graveyard real quick. Okay, a land is fine. A land is pretty fine. Okay. But as I said, let's get the Kroxa into our graveyard real quick. Make him discard something. Seems sweet. Then next turn, if we find a black source, we can go, but I don't think that I want to put down the Egon of Death here. God of Death. Because he's milling us already pretty good, so yeah. Let's find out. Oh, he got rid of a land. Was that a good move, my friend? Was that a good move? And a Cling to Die. Okay, okay. Not bad. Not bad. But now he missed a land drop. Now he... Oh, he didn't. Okay. I hoped he missed a land drop. So we're going Mire Triton here. Getting all the life back that he just took from us. That is absolutely fine. And now we're going Egon because we have all the colors that we need. So I'm not too afraid. The Heartless Act. Okay, get rid of all of your cards. Get rid of all of them. I'm pretty sure he has something to get them back. I'm pretty sure about it. But we have a Rankle. So hey, he has a Ruin Crab. Okay, mill us at the Kroxa. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, no Kroxa was milled. No Kroxa was milled. Sad. Sad. Mill us a Kroxa. No Kroxa. Okay, but we have the Valki here. That is pretty sweet. And I don't think that he has a counterspell here. So yeah, that is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Oh, but he has the Lurrus. He has the Drown in the Lock immediately. Okay. But if he uses this, he still needs a, whatchamacallem. Okay. He found it. He found his last land that he needs to put down the Lurrus immediately. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So he found the land that he needed immediately. That is pretty good. But is he going to do it here? Yeah, he is. Why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he do it? I mean, that also means card draw for him for infinity. So, he's not milling us one single useful thing here. That is very annoying. Finally. Finally something useful. Okay. So, what you doing, my friend? Thinking about sacking a Merfolk Wind Robber? He's not. Okay. So we got the Egon now. And he has enough cards in hand to... Yeah, but I still think that this is the better choice. And just keep back a blocker. If he now wants to spend all of his mana to get rid of the Ox of Agonas, that is fine with me. Okay, drawing himself a card. Pretty smart. Playing another land. Okay, it's getting a little dangerous, but we finally found a Kroxa. So I think that he might just be using his Cling to Dust to get rid of the Kroxa. Let's be honest here. But I really hope that we can find a kill spell, so we can get rid of this Lurrus. But of course he had like everything he needed to get rid of everything. So yeah. Yeah, it's a Kroxa. I knew it. I knew it. You're a wuss. Should have gotten rid of the Ox of Agonas, to be honest. Because that one draws us a lot of cards. The Baleful freaking Mastery. Okay. So we are putting down the Ox of Agonas. Not even going to chill. Getting rid of everything that isn't a creature. So we might even be able to draw something with our Throne of Death. No, 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 no. Full control, full control. First off, we're doing this. Oh my lord, I almost... Oh, that was so close. That was so close. So way too close. Way too freaking close. I almost lost my Baleful Mastery. Oh, sweet baby. Jesus. Okay. We got another Baleful Mastery, so it wouldn't even have been the end of the world, but still would have been pretty devastating. He's blocking here. That is fine with me. What did you find? That was so freaking worth it. So he has 4 cards now in hand, and he found a land. Pretty bad for us. So I think we have no more Professor Onyxes left. No, we still have 1. We still have... Oh, wow. Okay, he spent his whole turn doing that. That is fine with me. Abso-freaking-lutely fine with me. Okay. So we are getting in with everything. We are getting in with freaking everything. The Heartless Act. Okay, you do that, my friend. You do that. We're still getting in with a big Ox. And now we're bone crushing his face. And putting down the Bonecrusher. And no matter what he puts down here, we still have the Baleful Mastery. I mean, he has 1 creature in his graveyard. And we still have 16 cards left. And we found a Kroxa. Oh, but he found an Into the Story. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he found the Into the Story onto his almost empty hand. Beautiful. Beautiful. The beauty of rogues. The beauty of freaking rogues. 1, 2... well, we keep this one. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, and that's it. So, do you have a counter spell here? Do you have a counter spelling me? You do have a counter spell, of course. Yeah, why not? Why the heck not? So we're getting in for a 9, which is pretty tasty. Pretty freaking tasty. We're still putting down the land. We still have 14 cards left. The Soaring Thought Thief. Yeah, we're getting rid of that immediately, even if he draws a card. Even if he draws a card. But we need to be super aggressive here. Good game? Why are you good gaming me? Oh, you have a Ruin Crab into... Oh, wow. Into... Are you serious? Are you freaking serious, game? Yeah, I'm not even going to watch that. I'm not even going to watch that. Oh, sweet lord. So rogues of all things got us. Rogues of all things got us and pushed us back from the numbers, which is very sad. Very sad. But we're getting so close. We are getting so close. Amakekeru. Is it another rogue stack? Oh, come on. It is another rogue stack. What the heck, game? What the heck? But I like this hand. We have all these flunks. Okay. So we're putting down a black here. You would be putting down an Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yep. Always have a very good start, these rogues deck. They always freaking do. Alright, he has 6 cards in his hand. So with the Flunk we can do some stuff. That is still a-okay. And I think I will just be putting down the Mire Triton here. He will be putting down a Soaring Thought Thief. Yep, just as I Soaring Thought. But with the Flunk we can get in the way of that very soon. So that is still a-okay. Because he kind of needs to do something against this Thief's Guild Enforcer here. Okay, you do that, my friend. So he 1,000,000% has a counter spell. I'm pretty sure about it. I am pretty freaking sure about it. Okay, he wants to get rid of his Thief's Guild Enforcer. That is fine with me, you do that. I think I will put down the Kroxa here. It is a tough choice. But I think he has a counter spell, so let's try to get the Kroxa down. Let's try to make him do something. Okay, the Kroxa is down. This will also help us get rid of some cards in our graveyard, make his stuff a little bit less dangerous. What's up with my throat today? And I have no more coffee. So he got rid of a land, like to see that. Like to see that. So can we get our revenge? Can we get our beautiful freaking revenge? Just like the game before. The Cling to Dust that nobody's using anymore, but they always have it. Always freaking have it. Alright, but at least we have 2 Flunks here, so that is still a-okay. Never not freaking have it. So we're flunking here, and if he has something, we still have another Flunk. Okay. We're putting down the Mire Triton now, try to get another Kroxa into our graveyard. He has only 4 cards in there, so he can't be doing too much right now. And he only has 2 cards left in his hand, so hey. So hey, I'm still fine with everything that's happening. We can make our rogue comeback. Our rogue freaking comeback. Okay. So we're getting in there. He has something, or it is just the priority holding up because of his Luris. But we have ways to go with the Luris, so nothing to worry about here. Nothing to worry about. Come on, mill as a Kroxa. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. So, we are trying to bait him here. Well, it's not really useful. It's not really useful to bait him here. Okay. So first off, we're getting in with the Mire Triton. He's not doing anything. And we're putting down another Kroxa. Sooner or later he will be doing something. So, another card to get rid of out of his hand. Very good, very good. And if he wants to get rid of these Kroxas, he needs to get rid of all of his creatures, which I really don't think that he wants to do. The Baleful Mastery. We're even drawing a card here. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Appreciate it a lot. Still getting rid of a card here. So at least he's playing new cards. Got to say, at least he's playing new cards. We're keeping our cards open here. If he wants to put down a Merfolk Windrobber, that is fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. But he really needs to sacrifice a lot of stuff to get my Kroxa out of the way. And then we still have some threat, so it's not the only thing we have going for us. It is not the only thing we got going for us. And he would be spending all of his mana, which I like very much. Okay, 3 Kroxas are gone. 3 of those are gone. And he still has the Thief's Guild Enforcer left. Okay, so we're shooting his face here. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? We got another land. That is not even too bad. So, offering the trade here. If he wants to take it, I'm fine with that. But we're keeping our Flunk and we're keeping our Bonecrusher Giant just in case. He's going to attacks. Okay, mill us something good. Like another Kroxa maybe? So 3 of our Kroxas are gone. Okay, he's drawing a card. Totally get that. Totally freaking get that. But no matter what he's putting down... Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Excuse me, as I said, something's wrong with my throat. Maybe it's all the speaking that I'm doing. Oh boy. So what are the chances that he has an answer for that? What are the frickin' chances? And even if he does, we're still, you know, taking a look at his hand here. Okay, what is in your hand, my friend? Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? But that is still a-okay. That also means that he still needs to, you know, do something to get rid of this Valki, which is absolutely fine with me. And we're still getting in for some tasty damage. So hey. So hey. But still end of turn, I think he will just use... But then we got another counterspell out of his hand, which is very nice. And with the Bonecrusher Giants and all of these flunks, I think we have a good chance. I think we do. So he could bring back a Merfolk Windrobber, which is okay. Which is okay. Because we can, as I said, always get rid of it. So everything is still bueno. And bringing back a Merfolk Windrobber he will. Okay, but that also means that he doesn't have no more counterspells. Which I like very freaking much. So, Luris, get the heck out of here. Oh, I want to use the Bonecrusher. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Okay, it happens. It happens. It's not the end of the world. It just happens. And we're still putting up some pressure here. We still have 20 cards left after this, so everything is still a-okay. We got the Ox of Agonas. That is absolutely cute. He will be inclined to use his Cling to Dust here. And we still have the Bonecrusher Giant, so... Oh, he found the end to the story. That is kind of annoying. Kind of. But he would need yet another creature on the field, okay, but is he attacking in? That is the real question here. That is the real freaking question. He's taking the Ox. Kind of annoying, but hey. We got another Baleful Mastery. We got another Baleful Mastery. Getting rid of the Rankle. We still have 16 cards left. So let's just attack in here. He kinda needs to block. But that also means that he won't be drawing cards. Or are you, my friend? Or are you drawing cards? No, he's not. Okay. Okay. So we keep it as it is. We keep it as it is. We can just Baleful Mastery away. He has only 4 cards left, so I don't think that he has too much to scare me here. But he has 7 lands, so he might have stuff to scare me. But we're shooting his face here with the Bonecrusher Giant. If he has a counterspell for that, that's just how it is. Okay. We got the Rankle. We got the freaking Rankle. We're putting down the Bonecrusher Giant. And then we're attacking in. If he has something to block here, like the Soaring Thought Thief, just what I thought, we have the Baleful Mastery. We still have 15 cards left in our library. And we're getting a land next turn, so that we can play the Rankle and get rid of something of his. It's getting very dangerous. Can we get the revenge of the rogues? Against rogues, it's what I wanted to say. So he's using his Cling to Dust, I think, to draw himself something. So what are these last 2 cards? Are those once more the perfect answer to everything? He's getting himself some life. Okay. Okay. But that also means that we're getting in there for 4 still. And he's still on 5. So, if he doesn't have, like, the perfect answer to everything once more here. Also, no cling to the... What? Okay, cheeky. Cheeky. But he has no flyers. So, even if he has Nagadeem's Awakening here, he has no freaking flyers. None of them. None so ever. And then we can just get in with the Rankle. Unless, of course, he has flyers in his hand. We can still get rid of those. So, Amakakeru, are you giving me the revenge against rogues? Or are you also just putting down 3 Ruin Crabs and a Fabled Passage? No, he didn't! He surrendered to the power of Kroxa. 89, 98? Well, I will check that real quick. I think we might be on 99 once more. Alright, so we beat the number 202 on the world ranking. We beat rogues. We got beaten by rogues, but let's be honest, that end was brutal. Threw Ruin Crabs into a Fabled Passage, even giving me the good game like a real douchebag. That is what happens sometimes. It was insanity. Freaking insanity. But hey, still this deck is pretty powerful, and I think if you want to do some ranking, you will have a very good chance with this, thanks to all of these Flunks and Baleful Masteries. Maybe the Rankle can be exchanged for something else. Maybe you take out one Rankle, put in another Liliana. Another Liliana. This is Professor Onyx, not Liliana, but you know, the Waker of the Dead. Might be pretty good. Also, there's this very weird bug running around where you don't see yourself ranking up or down, but then in the next game you see that you ranked up or down. If you've encountered it, let me know in the comments. I would be very interested how it is. Also, let me think what you thought about the new version. I think these 3 cards make it very good, even though we didn't have a chance to play the Professor Onyx. But if we would have, I think it would have been very cute. Maybe it's not too useful, but I wanted to try it out. Did I get a chance to try it out? Not today, but I will be playing a little bit more with this deck because I'm very confident that in best of 1, it is just so freaking good. Alright, this has been Forget Everything. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow's live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm MTG Malone, and I will see you all tomorrow.